Hey guys, it's your boy Ansem here, and I created a video earlier with about LewieGee. My guy from Europe asked me to build a ritual deck, so I'm gonna go through that deck build. This is a Demise the Destructor and Fiends, because Demise himself is a fiend, so we're gonna hop into it and go through this. Now with deck building, I know your flamers out there who like to say, oh, that's a bad deck, oh, that's a good deck. And again, I've been playing this game since its inception, so I'm old school, you know, and simple as that. If the deck wins, it's a good deck. If it loses, it's a bad deck. There is no right way, there is no wrong way to build a deck. The basics are the same. However, there are so many cards in this game for a reason, so you know, think before you speak, please. You know, if you have a question to why I'm doing it the way that I'm doing it, there's a reason why I'm doing it, because that's the way I feel more comfortable, and that's just the way it is. So here's my deck build on the Demise. Demise can also go with your return from a different dimension decks too. But for this particular video I made, it's a fiend deck. So we're gonna go through these cards. First off, Helpomir. A lot of people are scared of him because his effect is kind of risky if you can activate it. Helpomir, when he's destroyed in battle, every standby phase your opponent has to throw a card from their hand, so you can get them top decking real quick. And being a Demise deck, being a ritual, you want Manju, so he's your searcher, so you can search out the spell cards, you can search out the monster cards, get what you need, and bang bang boom, your ritual's out. So 3 copies of him is nary. Marshmallow, you need some kind of defense, so I got him in there, do 1,000 burn damage, and kind of lay low for a little bit. Morphing Jar, because again, I'm a pest kind of liking person, so you know, I'm trying to feed my hand, feed the graveyard for Dark Necrofear as well. So Morphing Jar, discard your hand and draw 5. Night Assailant, it's a flip effect, destroy any monster on the field, so plus he's a fiend, so that helps even more. Rival, I threw him in there just to be cute. Sacrificing 3 fiends on the field to get him out. 4,000 attack monster for you people that like high attacks, and get phantom tokens. Sangan, again, I'll be running a fiend themed deck. Sangan, you know, get a monster of 1,500 or less attack from your deck to your hand, so you can get, you know, Manju, you know, whatever you need to get. Archwing Soldier, just a normal 1900 fiend, you know, just there for the fiend presence. DD Trainer, 2000 defense, again, just for the fiend name. Rage the Gatekeeper of Dark World, 2100 defense, again, just the fiends. I put a Monarch in this deck just in case I needed him. You know, destroys 1 monster on the field and take 1,000 damage if it's a dark type. Chaos Necromancer is some people's favorites in hobby leagues. He gains 300 for every monster in your graveyard, so if it's like a long drawn out battle, this thing could come into play. But now he's just a fiend. And then you got Dark Necrofear himself. You have to remove 3 fiends from your graveyard to out of play to summon him. And when he's destroyed in battle, he becomes an equipped spell card, and he takes control of the monster that destroyed him. So he's pretty pesty, and I like it. Goblin Elite Attack Force, again, high attack, fiend presence. That's all I basically was going for there. Demise the Destruction, or sorry, Demise King of the Armageddon. The ritual card that this deck is basically based around. He pay 2,000 life points to destroy everything on the field except for himself. Fairly easy to get out as long as you have the cards in your hand to do it. Advanced Ritual Art. Remove cards from your deck to summon out Demise, but you have to have Advanced Ritual Art and Demise in your hand in order to use its effect, and the monsters are removed from your deck, not from your hand or field. Contract with the Best. This is for a dark type ritual summon. Again, for Demise. And of course, End of the World, which is for Demise or Ruin. But Ruin's a light fairy, so it doesn't serve us any good being in this deck, being a fiend theme. And then we got your Foolish Burial. That's used to throw away fiends. Used to throw away. I got a Treeborn Frog coming up here, so that's what that one's for. Heavy Storm, again, basic. Destroy all spells and traps. Lightning Vortex, I run 2 copies. Destroys any face-up monsters on the field on your opponent's sign. I also have Magical Stone Evacuation. It was mostly for a discarder or a cost expender to pay for cost. But I had there just in case I wasn't, just in case I'm not able to get one of the ritual spells, or if they were discarded if I was playing in Return from a Different Dimension deck. Because you never know what kind of deck you're playing. Monster Reborn, core card, revive any monster from either graveyard. Mystical Space, I know I touched it in my last video about the Light Sworn build. Again, it's core. Nobleman of the Cross-Out, being old school, it's always with me. Shield Crush, it's with me as well. Destroy any defense position monster on the field. Nobleman destroys any face down monster on the field. It also removes it from play, and if it's a flip effect, it removes the other copies out of the deck from both decks, from yours and your opponent's deck. Smashing Ground destroys a face-up monster on the opponent's side of the field with the highest defense. Swords of Revealing Light, stalls out. They can't attack for 3 turns. Spirit Reaper, oh man, this used to be a really common card, but now it's mostly just a stall card. It's cannot be destroyed in battle, and when it's equipped to something, it is destroyed. So you can't use like United We Stand with it, or X of or that Axe that gains 1,000. You can't use the Axe on him either. So it's just who he is, and if he does manage to get a wide open attack for his little 300 points, they have to discard a card from their hand to the graveyard. Treeborn Frog, it's pretty staple, I should say, in most decks. If you have no spells or traps on the field, he's automatically summoned from your graveyard to the field and face up attack or defense, normally in defense. He pretty much replaced Sinister Serpent for those of you that you remember using him. Me, I'm not a big believer in traps. I don't like them. They are a pain, and especially with the current ban list, you can have 3 copies of Jinzo, so we're not even going to play there. So I just carry the 2 basic traps, which is Mirror Force and Magic Cylinders. Magic Cylinders you really don't even need, but since being a fiend deck and I have some low, like Manju coverage, that's why I have him in there. So thanks again, LewieGee. This deck's out for you guys, the ritual deck, and if you have any questions, please sub me, feel free to message me, and we'll get you an answer. If you want to duel me, bring your A game. I'm willing to duel anybody. Thank you guys.